Good morning, second grade. We're going to get into some new spelling words. We'll review some phonograms first. I'm pretty sure we don't need to review E-double-E, right? If I said, well, yep, E-double-E, I think we all know that one. So we're going to have that one today. We're not going to write it. I hope we all know that one by now. All right, the first one we are going to write is ow-oh. What are you going to write? Good. Ow-oh. Say it while you write it. All right, class, what did you just write? Good. Ow-oh. Our quiet hurt twin. This is ow-oh. So if you didn't have that, pause the video, write it 3 times saying it while you write it. Ow-oh. All right, the next one we need today is or. What are you going to write? Good, or. Say it while you write it. All right, class, what did you just write? Good, or. Or. All right, so if you didn't have that, write it and say it while you write it. All right, the last one we need for our words today is O the O of boat. What are you going to write? Good. O the O of boat. Say it while you write it. All right, class, what did you just write? Good. O the O of boat. This is our O the O of boat. So if you didn't have that, pause the video, write it 3 times, saying it while you write it so it gets in your head. These are the ones we have in our words today. Let's review a couple trickier ones that we learned more recently, but we haven't practiced them too much yet because they haven't been in our words. All right, first let's do ooh, you, that we do use at the end of English words. What are you going to write? Good. Ooh, you, that we do use at the end of English words. Now, if we remember our vowel pairs page in our notebook, we know that means there's 2 different letters that we could end our ooh, you with. Think about which one could say ooh and you. All right, class, what did you just write? Good. Ooh, you, that we do use at the end of English words. This is ooh, you, that we do use at the end of English words. Remember, when we hear that we do use at the end of English words, we know it ends with either W or Y. And when we hear that we do not use at the end of English words, we know it ends with either U or I, because those two, remember, go together, W and U and I and Y. So if you didn't have this, write it 3 times, say it while you write it. Ooh, you, that we do use at the end of English words. All right, we'll do one more old one. Let's do a more challenging one we learned recently. Short letter sh. What are you going to write? Good. Short letter sh. Write it, say it while you write it. All right, class, what did you just write? Good. Oh, and I forgot part of the name. Oh my goodness, I'm rusty too. Short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. All right, class, what did you just write? Good. Short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. This is our short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. All right, so if you didn't have that, write it 3 times. Say it while you write it. I'll say the whole name because I need some practice too. Short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. All right, nice word, or nice job, class. Oh my goodness, I stopped drinking coffee. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I can. I make more mistakes early in the morning. Oh goodness. I actually, maybe I need to start drinking coffee again. I actually forgot to have us practice a phonogram that I'm hoping we all know, but I'm not sure. We practiced this short letter sh that's used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. Can you also do for me sh used at the beginning of a word or the end of a syllable, but never the beginning of a syllable after the first one, except for the ending ship? Can you write that one for me? Say it while you write it. You can just say the name. All right, class, what did you just write? Good. Shh. Use at the beginning of a word or the end of a syllable, but never the beginning of syllables after the first one, except for the ending ship. All right, I just realized since we did this, shh, and we're going to have a sh in one of our words, I did not want you to be confused. Remember, this is never at the beginning of a word. Okay. All right, now we're ready to do our words. Our first word is sheep. Class, what's the word? Good, sheep. There were 3 sheep grazing on the hillside. Sheep. What sounds do you hear in the word sheep? Good, our sounds are sh, e, p. All right, there's only one sh that we can use at the beginning of a word. So we're going to use that since it's the beginning of a word. For E, we're going to use E-double-E. All right, go ahead and write the sounds in sheep and say them while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under that first phonogram. What does it say? Good. Shh. What's next? Good. E, which E? And E-double-E. And our last sound? Good. P. All right. Make sure that looks like mine. All right, let's mark our word. Good, we need to underline. How about this one? Good. And this one? All right, let's read our word. Good. Okay, it says we can draw 2 little sheep, one on top of each E, to show that we're using E-double-E. I don't really know how to draw sheep very well, so I'm kind of drawing clouds with heads. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I'm not your art teacher, class. But this might help us remember that we use E-double-E because we've got the 2 sheep. Okay, let's read our word. Excellent. Okay, our next word is lamb. What's the word? Oh, lamb. Yes, a lamb is a baby sheep. Lamb. But lamb is a 2-way word. To spell it, we say lamb. Say that with me. Lamb. Isn't that funny? One more time. Lamb. All right, now by yourself. Good. Lamb. What sounds do you hear in the word lamb? Good. O, a, b. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word you just wrote. What is it? Good. O, a, good, and good. Make sure you start that close to your last letter at the top baseline and you'll always write it correctly. All right, make sure your word looks like this. And let's mark it. Does this need a marking? How about this one? When we say the word lamb, do we hear this? All right, so what do we have to do to it if it's silent? Exactly, it needs a double underline. All right, we're still going to read it though, because when we say it to spell it, we pronounce that letter. So let's read our word. Good. Lamb. Oh, makes me happy just thinking about them. All right, our next word is cow, class. What's the word? Good, cow. What sounds do you hear in the word cow? Good, it's k, ow. Now remember what k to use. You always use the same k unless I tell you something different, because that's what, this k is what we usually use. Which k is that? Good, k, s. All right, so usually we'll just say k and nothing else, and then you know it's this one. Right? And our ow is ow-o. Which ow are we going to use? Good, ow-o. Write it and say it while you write it. All right, class, what sounds are, sorry, put your finger under that first phonogram. What did we write to spell that word? Good, k. And this is what we always use for the k sound unless I tell you something else. All right, what's next? Good, ow. But which ow? Good, ow-o. Sorry, ow, ow. All right. Make sure your word looks like mine. Let's mark it. Good, we need to underline our ow-o. All right, let's read our word. Good, cow. Oh, I forgot to use that in a sentence. I'll make sure I do use a sentence with the next one. The next word is calf. What's the word? Calf. A calf is a baby cow. Calf. Calf is also a two-way word. To spell it, we say calf. All right, say that with me. Calf. Good. One more time. Calf. Now by yourselves. Good. Calf. What sounds do you hear in the word calf? Good. It's k, a, o, f. Write those sounds. Say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in calf. What does it say? Good. Good. A, O, and good. All right, so make sure your word looks like mine. And let's mark it. All right, when we say the word calf, do we hear the sound? So what do we have to do? Good. Double underline. How about this? All right, let's read our word. Good. So we would say k-a-o, calf, because that's how we say it to spell it. How do we say it when we're speaking? Good, calf. All right, our next word is horse. What's the word? Good, horse. The horse was brown and shiny. Horse. What sounds do you hear in the word horse? Good, our sounds are h or s, but we're going to have a silent final E. Since this ends with a s, and we don't want people thinking that it's a plural noun, we're going to add silent final E. Job 5. All right, one more time. What are we going to write to spell horse? Great. Write it and say it while you write it. All right, class, put your finger under that first phonogram. Read me your word. What does it say? Good. Good. Or. Good. And. Good. Silent final E. Job 5. All right, so make sure your word looks like this. And let's mark it. Good. This goes with our silent final E. So what do we do to any letter that goes with the silent final E? Good, we underline it. And how about this? Good, we double underline our silent final E. Job 5. All right, class, let's read our word. Excellent. Our last word, oh, we've got a pattern here. Our last word is foal. What's the word? Good, foal. A foal is the name of a baby horse. So like we call a baby sheep a lamb, we call a baby horse a foal. What sounds do you hear in the word foal? Good, it's O, ol. We're going to use O, the O of boat. Which O are we going to use? Good, O, the O of boat. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under that first phonogram. What did you write? Good. Good, O. Which O? Good, O, the O of boat. And good, O. All right, so make sure your word looks like mine. And let's mark it. Good. We need to underline to show we need those two letters work together to say O. And how about this? All right, let's read our word. All right, very nice job, class. I will see you in the next video.